that it would be important even for the churches to begin to appeal to members of the congregation to become more active in this kind of physical activity. Even encouraging people to go in. There's young people growing up here. What jobs do they have? Their best bet is to start their own kind of business.
Yes.
And we support them.
Yeah. Let's talk about infrastructure. We don't have the most best infrastructure in terms of sports grounds. I don't know, you share more on that bit. You and I don't know who else, because when I came to this place, the first pitch that was there, it's like you going up a hill. And when you play on the opposite side, you were going down the hill. And then you had called some people to help, like for instance upgrade. And I understand that there were sometimes you wouldn't get much help in terms from municipality or the local SAFA house. Tell me about the infrastructure. You maintain it. Is it only coming out from your pockets in terms of maintaining it, making it look for what it is? Is there no support whatsoever?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how big the link is between quality of infrastructure and quality of player produce. Because if you look at in history, the best players always came from the most impoverished areas.
Yes,
with
true.
This infrastructure.
True.
I grew up here in Chutankungu and there was no soccer club.
Yes.
We played in a league in Mzinto, and we would meet on the pitch.
Wait,
where we
how many minutes from here to Mzinto?
Then or now?
Well, the road was good back then.
Well, it was about 45 minutes
Yes.
drive. So we would go down to Mzinto and meet on the pitch where we play against an opposition in a league. But there was no pitch over here.
Yes.
But we won that league.
Yes.
And we dominated it for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is that, of course, it's good to have infrastructure. But sometimes when the infrastructure is bad, you produce good players. The other corollary is that you look at Europe, they've got profoundly good infrastructure and they've got consistently good teams. So I think if you want consistent results, then you have to apply your mind to infrastructure.
Yes.
So there's no avoiding it. You know, the tragedy about soccer in South Africa is that soccer is our national sport in terms of numbers of people who play the sport. It still generates the most passion. But the other, let's call them minority sports like rugby and cricket, are the ones in which we are still more successful in internationally.
Yes.
actually produce world champions.
True.
And so you'd ask yourself the question, why? I think SAFA has really got something to explain. As I got involved in soccer, I came across a document SAFA produced. I think they called it SAFA 2022, which they produced in 2012. So it was like a 10-year development plan. And the idea was that by 2022, we would be in the top 20 countries of the world in the FIFA ranking.
Yes.
And we would be in the top 3 or 5 in Africa. The reality now is that I think we are something like 67 or 70 in the world. We've qualified for the World Cup for the first time after like 15 years. In Africa, again, we qualified for the Africa Cup for the first time after a long time. So you can talk about actually a deterioration in soccer. And so this national sport is actually, I think, third in ranking in competitiveness. So the question really is, what is to be done? SAFA has the responsibility for developing soccer. But I think there's a place for communities, there's a place for schools. Schools also have got a lot to answer for, because they've completely neglected sport, and soccer has suffered. But communities too. I think that to regain the state, for soccer to regain its status as the primary sport in South Africa, we have to go back to basics, in a sense, encouraging soccer at community levels. And this is what we are trying to do. My hope, and that's probably as far as we can take it, as a community of Hluthankungu, is that we can be an example for other villages.
Yes.
Where, this is not a professional thing, it's an amateur activity. But what we are doing is putting some structure to the activity. We're not only just playing, but we have an under-10 league, we have an under-13 league, we have an under-17 league, and we have a senior. We've got 4 divisions.
Yes.
My dream is that next year we can have an under-8 league. Last year we had under-13 as the starting point. This year it is under-10. So development, I think when we talk about infrastructure, it's not just physical infrastructure, it's how you organize yourself. Yes. So, and just if I can digress for a moment, successful countries around the world have that kind of structure. Lionel Messi was taken to Spain from Argentina at the age of 10. Can you imagine? They spotted him. You were talking about scouts?
Scouts, yes.
Scouts from Spain spotted him at the age of 8. They did some development work, but took him to Spain at the age of 10.
Yes.
Our scouts here are scouting people who are under 15, under 17. We're not even looking at it that way.
Yes.
And my experience in trying to mold Soccerage is that even at the age, I've worked with, as you know, I started with the seniors. I worked with under 15s. Under 15, it's almost too late to change the style.
Yes.
under 13, some of them, but under 8, you can really, under
Yes.
8 or under 10, you can mold.